When you deal with U-Nome security, we will be able to provide you with a planned response for neighbours that are really annoyed at the noise level. It takes professional crowd control to de-escalate such a situation in the best possible way.
Ring the police. No point. Okay, just ring the police. Okay, that's all I'm saying to you.
You've asked us to ring the police. I'll say security said to ring the police.
Correct.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Your
Just
name,
ring
please?
Naomi.
Sorry, you've got a surname?
Oakley.
Oakley.
Yes,
and
I'm the
from which-
director. It's my company, U-Nome Security. All right, so ring the police and I will deal with it.
Yep.
All right?
One neighbour can ruin your whole night. Please give me a call to assist. Hi, this is Naomi from U-Nome Security and John from...
Melly Lawyers.
Okay, so we're here today. We're going to talk about many aspects of parties, and this particular topic, we're going to talk about issues with neighbours. So, John, the issues with noise and neighbours, because we talked about before how there is a bit of an increase in parties in residential areas, and that causes problems for a lot of people, including our neighbours. So, what do you see the issue with noise on neighbours being?
One, you're interfering with the neighbour's right to quiet enjoyment and use of their property.
Yep.
Two, they can call the police and report the party if they're not happy, if it's too loud or things get out of hand for them. And three, you need to be, good with your neighbours. You've got to have a good neighbour policy. Yeah, and
a lot of clients talk to me about noise curfew, and I talk about reasonable person versus noise curfew. What sort of comment would you make about noise curfew versus just someone ringing up the police and saying?
I would say to the kids, look, midnight's it.
Yep.
After midnight, it's really not friendly or reasonable to expect your neighbours to put up with that noise. Yep. So you need to set a curfew. Yep. And that's being respectful to the neighbour.
Yeah, and I think a lot of clients actually think that in some councils there is noise curfews before 11, that sort of thing. But what I say to them is it actually comes back to the reasonable person next door, because curfew can go out the window if at 7 p.m. even, it's very loud, the police will still turn up.
Correct.
So I think one of the recommendations I give to clients, and I actually give them the information to notify the neighbours that has the security company name, that sort of thing. So the neighbours now know that there's a plan, there's professional security and that sort of thing, because we don't know if the neighbours have had issues with gate crashes or any other parties.
Correct.
So by informing neighbours, it gives them that extra bit of courtesy, and they can probably plan.
Well, they can plan or go out, or they know there's going to be a party, there's going to be noise. Even invite your neighbour over to the party.
Yep.
It's a friendly thing to do. Make sure you do let them know.
Yep.
I think when we had the party, you had a flyer drawn up to
say,
and we put it in the letterboxes so everyone knew.
Yep. And I always say, as a rule of thumb, if there's a DJ, then what we say is 10 neighbours either side, front and back. Yeah, it's a lot of people, but noise travels.
It travels.
Yep. And if it's podcast or something other than a DJ, then you can drop it down to 5. But at least you've let everyone know. And even probably for the 16 years I think I've been working in a party scene, I've actually had to deal with probably 8 to 10 neighbours that are pretty aggressive, and that's just some have made threats. I've had one that came onto the property and demanded to try and walk into the house and have a go at parents because they thought there was a drug raid or something like that. But there are some people that can be absolutely irate.
Oh, yeah, and you have to deal with it.
Yeah, and I guess the advantage of, again, having professional security is to keep some sort of, management system. Therefore, if someone comes in, they can't just barge in and, say turn it down. That we at least can keep it together and get the host to come out and talk to the neighbour.
Correct, and preparation is the key.
Yeah, and like I always say to neighbours that turn up, I always inform my clients that the neighbours are unhappy about the level of noise. But the second thing that the neighbours can do is actually notify the police, because I can only do what I can do.
You can only do something.
But if the neighbours are not happy and some want to complain about it, they need to then probably voice their concern with the local police.
Correct, and that's the most appropriate way to deal with it, rather than come onto the property and have an altercation with a neighbour.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think we've finished there, John. And thanks for your time.
Thank you for
we'll
asking me to help.
Exactly, and we'll be here again down the track. We're hoping to release these videos every 2 weeks. And thank you to Cara, my daughter, that's helping out too.
Thank you.
All right.
Cara.
Thank you.
Thank you.